back, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to another video. I just want to say thank you to everybody right off the start. Recently we have hit 1 million views on the channel, so that's pretty crazy. It's growing daily still, so thanks to everybody that continues to watch, and thank you to everybody that's new to the channel. Make sure if you are, thumbs up and subscribe. Go back and check out our other videos. But for today's video, we got another product review. So I'll flip you around right away, show you what we're going to be using, how it works, how I put it on, and you can decide for yourself if you want to use it on your car. Alright, so winter is back. We've had a few days of snow here already, and that means the snow tires are back on the car. You can see, we got them. I use the Wingard Sport 2s, Nexen tire, super cheap for the price that they are. They work awesome, but because they have been sitting for the last 9-10 months, they are looking worse for wear, to put it nicely. A little bit of browning around there. They're not very clean. Keep note, I haven't washed these at all. Got them on the car yesterday, so today we're going to shine them up. And what we're using for that is I found this at the store. Black Magic tire foam on sale for $8, $7.99. It's one of the cheapest ones I found, so I figured I will make a little video here, show you guys how it works. And, if it's cheap and it works awesome, then why not, right? You can see here, it shows you shine level is 1. This is a matte finish. You can see here, classic matte finish. So this will not give you the wet, shiny look. This will give you the new tire look. So before we start, if you look on the back of the can, you can see, like I said, we're level 1, classic matte here. Then it goes all the way up to level 4. You got classic shine, the wet look, and intense shine. So if you're looking for that wet look, obviously you probably want 3 or 4. And instructions, pretty much the same with any type of foaming spray that you get. Shake it well. This one, only difference, you can do dry or wet. You have to watch that. Some tires you can't put this on if they're wet. And then same as always, about 6 inches away, spray evenly. 10-15 minutes to dry, it says, before you do anything. And no motorcycle tires, seats, rubber like that. And as always, if you get it on the car paint or your rims, it says wash it off because it may damage it. I personally don't care. I spray it on and it hasn't seemed to affect anything with all the different products I've tried. And one last thing is it says it will possibly leave marks on your garage floor or driveway or wherever you're spraying this on. So if for some reason the overspray will usually end up a little bit on the floor, make sure you hose it down once you're done. Otherwise it will leave a little ring on your floor wherever this stuff touches. Alright, so I shook her up for about 15-20 seconds. Like it says, about 6 inches away. Just hose her down. Now you don't need a lot because, like it says, this is a foam. The more you spray, give it a second and it foams up. As you can see, it gets a lot thicker after you leave it for a second. Obviously, like you can see up here, my arm wasn't quite long enough. If you miss a spot, just go back, give her a little extra shot there, let it foam up, and then we let her sit for 15 minutes. This is what it says. If you get it on your rims or something like this, wipe it down. Same with, you see I got a little bit on the paint, but I'm not too worried. Most of the stuff is pretty good nowadays. One thing you can see in the bottle does foam up a bit. That happens with most foams that I've used for tires, tire shine foams, but you just give it a shake. She falls off onto the floor and you're good to go. Alright, so while we wait for the 10 to 15 minutes for the tire shine to do its thing, one thing to note on this bottle here is I don't know if it's necessarily a good thing or a bad thing. It could be a flawed design, but if you just push back on here, you can pop this cap off really easily. For me, I actually like this because if you use this stuff and you have it sitting in your garage, obviously you're not going to use the whole thing in one go. You can pop this off, and if any junk or gunk gets dried up and caked in there, it's easy to pop this off, hose it down, clean it out, and then you don't have to worry about it spraying out weird or not spraying out at all. when the time comes to use it again. So comes off easy. Obviously to put it on, don't push too hard or it'll spray, but just clicks on nice and easy again like that, and you're good to go. All right, so here we are. This is about 20 minutes later. I decided just to give the rims a quick wipe down. So what we did, spray the tire foam on, let her sit, like I said, roughly 20 minutes. If you're wondering what I hosed down the rims with, I just use the Meguiar ceramic detailer here. Use it on the car as well, but you just shake it up, spray it on the rims, wipe them down with a cloth, and you're good to go. There's a review on the channel of this stuff as well. You can go back and check that out. But for now, like I said, all we did was spray it on, let it sit, and as you can see here now, it is just slightly damp still. But for the most part, she's dry. No big drops or anything like that, so you're not going to have to worry about it slinging off. And like I said, it's not, if I take the light away, not the wet tire shine look with this stuff. It gives it more of the matte that you can see here. Let's go back and check out the back as well. Back is a little bit wetter still. I did it after the front, so if you have any big drops or anything, just take a damp rag, or I find the damp works better, but if it's dry, just make sure you aren't scrubbing back and forth because you'll wipe everything right off. But just take a cloth or whatever you have on you and just pat it down. Don't wipe, just straight pat, pat, pat all around. Just get the drops off. That will make sure that you don't wipe any of it off and that you're not wasting too much of it that's trying to work its way into the rubber. But for the most part, for $8, you definitely can't go wrong. They go from that dirty kind of brown look to this nice new matte finish black look. And there you have it, guys. It works pretty well from what I've seen for the most part. Like I said, I sprayed quite a bit on, so it took a little bit longer to dry. Keep in mind that it is also cold and damp here. If you're out in the sun or you live in somewhere where there's a lot warmer climate compared to here, like I said, we're starting winter. Got the winter tires on the car, so it is pretty cold here. But if you're in a warmer area, of course, common sense, it's going to dry a little quicker than it would out here in my garage. So I'd say colder times, I would give it maybe half hour, 45 minutes to really dry and settle in. Obviously, if you're in a warm area, that 10 to 15, like the bottle says, is probably more than enough to get the job done. And I'm super happy with the results. For $8, I got it on sale for $7.99 at Canadian Tire. That's one of the cheapest products that I've ever bought for the car, so I figured, you know what, for $8, test it out, show you guys how it works, and maybe you'll be interested in using it in your car. So hopefully this helped you out. I would give it a 9 out of 10. Had no problem with it, didn't overspray. It does spray out pretty big, so if you're looking for maybe a truck or something with a lot bigger sidewall than the low pros on my car, you'll have no issue, because it's a nice big stream and you'll be able to cover whatever kind of tires you want. I will also be using it on my Pathfinder, so maybe I'll do that right now. But for now, hopefully you enjoyed the video. Thumbs up and subscribe. Hopefully we catch you guys in the next one, and thanks for watching this one, everybody.